Says we're live. Okay. Okay. Huh. First off, if you are just joining us, I humbly apologize for the stream being arbitrarily cut off last Friday. OBS had an update and it decided to be a cunt.
I was gonna say cock-based motherfucker, but cunt works too.
A cock-juggling thunder cunt, if you will.
Okay, I'm gonna use that.
Hey, I stole that from Ryan Reynolds anyway, so...
Let me get it. Wait, Deadpool?
No, Blade Trinity.
Oh, that one.
But
I only like the first two, but that's a topic for another day.
But yeah, as you can, as I'm sure you may have guessed from the thumbnail, yes, we are in fact talking about Halloween 3 this year, which I had never seen up until about 30 minutes ago when I finished watching it for the first time.
Halloween 3, Season of the Bitch. I mean, Witch. What a treasure. Kinda.
Which was the franchise's one and only attempt to go anthology, which was Carpenter's original intention for Halloween 2, but something executives sticking their nose where it didn't belong, which is why Halloween 2 ends with Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis being blown the fuck up, because that was supposed to be the death of Michael Myers.
And Loomis.
Yeah, but
money talks and bullshit walks.
But the second movie, putting Myers in the second movie turned out to be a mistake, because now general audiences had associated the Halloween, the franchise, with Michael Myers, so that plus question mark equals everybody just ignores Halloween 3, which is a shame, because in my perspective, and this is just, I went into watching it from a completely neutral angle, I think it's actually a pretty solidly constructed blend of horror with sci-fi and a little bit of mystery story. It's just a shame that it will forever be known as that one Michael Myers movie that doesn't have it, or it'll forever be known as that one Halloween movie that doesn't have Michael Myers in it.
And as Decker Shadow puts it, when he called his 2018 summer special the Summer Halloween, he said, someone pointed out that might roll off the tongue by her, he said, the summer of Michael. But there's a roadblock that is Halloween 3. And it's like, you could have just left it out. Like people told him, you can just skip Halloween 3. It doesn't really make a difference if you do or not. But it's like James Rolfe in Godzilla 98. Because it bears a name, he felt he had to address it.
Yeah. Which, this is a better movie than Godzilla 98. But by a mile.
Literally any movie is, but okay.
By a mile. And I like Godzilla 98. I
like it as a monster movie, but not as a Godzilla movie, if that makes sense.
It kind of does. I mean, that movie was dumb, but at least it was fun.
At least it knew what it was, like you say.
Yeah. But here we have Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which was the series' one and only attempt to go anthology. The idea was that each movie would focus on a different aspect of the Halloween season. This one, as you can tell from the title, focusing on witchcraft, sort of. It's not like overtly stated witchcraft, but it does entail some elements.
Especially that one lady who got face fucked by a silver shamrock pin.
Yeah, so this movie is so our protagonist is a guy named Dan Chalice, who is played by Tom Adkins. Already you have my attention.
Oh, you mean the motherfucker? Oh, you mean the motherfucker who tries to have sex with every woman in this movie?
Yeah, he's pretty much a.
I'm just saying, it threw me off for the first time he was walking with a nurse, and it's like, why didn't I marry you? And just freaking smacks her on the ass, and it's like, he's lucky Twitter did not exist back then.
Hey, the 80s were a different time.
And I guess the nurse liked it because she was laughing at him.
Hey, the 80s were a much different time.
Such behavior will not be tolerated current year.
But
Stole that from Decker's Shadow.
But so a shop owner who is clinging to a Halloween mask like it's the last bear claw in the box turns up in Dan's hospital, just babbling. Oh, they're coming to kill us. They're gonna kill us all. And then somebody comes and murders him in his sleep.
Yeah, typical horror movie fashion. Guy tries to warn them and ends up dying instead, and no one takes it seriously until more bodies start piling up.
And the dude who kills him goes out into his car, douses himself in gasoline, and lights up. Without blinking an eye. So I was like, okay, that's something.
Gives me Vietnam flashbacks to Ben Tramer in Halloween 2, minus Charles Cypher yelling, was it him or not? I don't know. I don't remember him being quite this hot.
But so in the next day, this deranged shop owner's daughter Ellie comes over to Dan's hospital, and they start investigating the company that makes the mask that Harry was carrying. It's a company called Silver Shamrock in Santa Mira, California, which is not a real town. Go figure. But in the movie, it's a factory town that makes all these Halloween masks.
Yeah, I remember when me and Lily first watched this, like back when we first dated years ago, and I dropped the fact to her that despite Halloween 1 taking place in Illinois, it was actually filmed in California, and she said, how ironic would it be if this, despite this taking place in California, what if it was filmed in Illinois? And also, as for the doctor guy, we learned very early on that he has a strained relationship with his ex-wife and his kids, and he buys them $2 Halloween masks at the local Walgreens, only to find out that their mom, who is played by Annie in the first one, and then the kids come up singing, so and so day still Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. And if that kid's about covered didn't grab your attention, don't worry. You can listen to the actual version every time you turn on the goddamn TV in this universe.
How am I just now figuring out that was Annie? I literally did not recognize her.
Yep, that's, you have to think PJ Souls, I think the name is.
Nancy Kyes. Or Keys.
I was I remember it being someone who was in the first Halloween movie.
I think PJ Souls was Linda. But anyway.
Anyway.
But funny enough, this movie also has has a vocal cameo from Jamie Lee Curtis because she plays a telephone operator. And
Curfew.
yeah, and well, she has a dual role. She's a phone operator and she's the curfew announcer for Santa Mira.
Which is kind of fishy, but moving on.
I mean, she was the she did the opening narration for Escape from New York.
I meant it's fishy how town had a curfew that early.
Yeah,
despite there not being any known events in place.
Curfew at 6 o'clock.
Who does that? Apparently the one guy who actually pronounces Samhain correctly.
Right? So apparently Santa Mira it's a little factory town, and it's run by this guy named Conal Cochran. I didn't know Conal was a name, but okay. Guess it's an Irish thing. I wouldn't know because I'm a filthy American.
I heard I'm sorry, but when he first introduced himself, I heard Cockring.
Cockring.
But given how much of an asshole he turns out to be, not that unfitting.
Played by a guy named Dan O'Herlihy, who actually was an Irish actor.
It's also worth noting that one of the guys who one of the minions in Suits is actually played by Dick Warlock, who played Michael in Halloween 2.
Really?
Yeah, Dick Warlock played Michael Myers in Halloween 2, and he plays one of the androids. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert, so we'll get to that, but oh man, the Halloween 1 connections just keep on coming. And now my dog decides he wants to run his mouth. Probably he's a damn trick-or-treaters.
How fitting, it's a Halloween special.
I'll be back in a second.
Okie dokie then. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Y'all should check out my Halloween special. It's Black Ops 6 Zombies gameplay with both the Jason Voorhees skins. Yeah, it's interesting stuff. All these years they add Jason to Call of Duty, and it's interesting stuff. But I got at least one more Black Ops 6 Zombies video coming this year. Before Black Ops 7 launches, it's going to be the Predator Badlands skin, playing with both the masked version and unmasked version of Deck, which is the name of the Predator in the movie. As soon as ChatGPT gives me a thumbnail, it doesn't look fucking racist.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, I was just shamelessly plugging my channel to the audience.
Hey man, you're co-host, so...
I was just simply saying that my Halloween special is up, and I got another Black Ops 6 Zombies video coming soon with the Predator Badlands skin pack.
I've been dragging my feet.
I shit you not. When I try to generate a thumbnail with the Predator Badlands skin surrounded by Call of Duty Zombies anime style, like I always do, it kept giving it the face of a black man. It kept giving the Predator a black man face, and it's like, I don't know why. Like, why are you being insanely racist, ChatGPT? Why? So yeah, I might recruit you at some point in the next week.
All right. I've been dragging.
You used up my image limit on both my accounts trying to make a good thumbnail.
All right. Well, I've been dragging my feet in playing Obscure, largely because
he's got that coming soon.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm about I'm up to the library. That's where I'm at right now. I just got into the library.
It's literally the faculty meets Resident Evil.
Yeah, but getting back to Halloween 3.
Halloween 3.
Dude, the connections to the first movie just keep coming because you've got between John Carpenter and Deborah Hill producing this, John Carpenter being on the score, Annie from the first movie being in this movie, Jamie Lee Curtis having a dual role, the cinematography being done by Dean Cundy, who was Carpenter's cinematographer for the first movie. He was cinematographer on the second movie. He was cinematographer on The Fog and Escape from New York and The Thing and Big Trouble in Little China.
That reminds me, we talked about Halloween, we talked about the escape film, so we really need to talk about The Thing at some point.
Yes, we do. Maybe in January. At least the weather will be appropriate.
What?
Maybe in January when the weather's appropriate.
Yeah, because we should talk about the prequel, the main film, and the video game sequel.
Yeah, which I gotta play that at some point.
I plan on buying the remastered version as soon as it goes on sale. And I just got the Dead Space remake, so I expect to play through that come April or May, because I'm waiting until after March before I stop with Resident Evil and Resident Evil adjacent stuff by Capcom.
Yeah.
And my PlayStation 5 backlog when it comes to Resident Evil is plentiful, so I'm good till then.
And especially when RE9 comes out.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to be getting that one for a while, but I do know for sure I'm going to be getting Black Ops 7 for my birthday, probably. Whether my dad gets it or Lily gets it, I'm getting it either way. And that's the only thing I've been departing from Resident Evil for is the Call of Duty videos, but not important. Let's get back to Halloween.
Yeah. So eventually, Dan and Ellie, they discover that that all of the masks, all the Silver Shamrock masks have these little tags on them with the company logo on it. But inside that little tag is a microchip. And on Halloween night, Silver Shamrock is going to have this big giveaway commercial where you have to watch the commercial with your mask on. The microchip activates. It just completely fries your brain and releases a swarm of insects and snakes that are supposed to kill anybody nearby. And
we got there a little too fast, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, to be fair, I already did mention the woman who got face cut by a laser.
Yeah, which that was a foreshadowing of what's going to happen, because this other chick who is who sells masks in town to order some new masks, because the ones that she got, the tag was falling off of them. I guess they didn't use enough adhesive. But now my cat wants to be a problem.
Hold up, my dog shit on the floor. I'm gonna mute myself so I can reprimand him. Be back in like 30 seconds.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, I'm done.
So, Dumb broad sees the little tag on the floor, sees the little microchip gimmick inside of it, and like a dummy, she takes out her hairpin, starts fiddle fucking around with it, and gets face fucked by force lightning.
Dude, her face looks so fucking mangled by a laser, which is crazy because aren't lasers supposed to be like clean?
The prosthetic they put on her face was it was actually pretty solid work. Not gonna lie, I actually was like, okay, that's rad.
It's all over, my friends. It's all a misunderstanding. Her face got burned off. All that fucking misunderstanding?
Yeah. Oh, and lest we forget that anybody who tries to squeal on this company just instantly dies. Harry gets his eyes gouged out and his skull ripped open. The town drunk.
Yeah, looked like he looked like he had like a face made of. The effects made it look like a face made out of Play-Doh.
Right. And the town drunk who Dan encounters his first night in town. The town drunk who's like, I'm gonna get me a big box of Molotovs and burn it to the ground. He gets cornered.
In a town that apparently has fucking surveillance everywhere.
Yeah, it's like, eat your heart out, Chicago.
I get on the wrong band. Oh wait, wrong band.
Yeah. Yeah, eat your heart out, Chicago. So, he gets cornered by a couple guys in suits and gets his head ripped clean off.
Pretty gnarly effect, too.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. But can we talk about the inappropriate relationship between the daughter of Harry and the doctor?
Yeah?
Don't you fucking lick that. Sorry, talking to my dog.
Things they probably said in bed together.
I don't like this. That's what she said. How much longer is this going to go on for? That's what she said. This is uncomfortable. That's what she said. Just cue the clip of Jeff Dunham trying to end the inappropriate conversation with Ahmed. Ahmed just keeps coming back with, that's what she said.
Right.
Buddy, I still love you, but you can't shit on the floor. To be fair, I should have taken you out, but I didn't want to take the chance of you mistaking a zombie for an actual zombie and run up and bite their ass. I know you love people, but sometimes you get a little too friendly and aggressive, you little weirdo. Here's what I don't understand. My dog, gentle with my kids, but not gentle with any adult in the house. Like, he's a cuddle bug, but I was afraid to take him outside on Halloween because what if he runs up to a kid and, bites them? I don't know how he's going to react to a fucking monster on the fucking parking lot. Or if he saw someone wearing a silver share mark mask and like, I'll save you, Daddy. Okay, Chris is either sick of my shit or he's silently laughing.
No, I'm trying to keep my cat from belly aching outside the door.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I have my door shut so that no ambient noise gets in here, and Sully won't shut the fuck up. And I'm not Hassan Piker, so...
Dude, at this point, literally anyone compared to Hassan Piker is a model citizen. Well, minus Jack Doherty and Johnny Salami, but updates on them coming soon.
Oh, dude, the latest update on Johnny Somali is that he might be stuck in South Korea for up to 6 years, and that's before he even gets sentenced. But moving on.
Yeah. Let's go.
So the whole movie, there are these guys in suits that are just following Dan everywhere he goes, killing anybody who might pose a problem to them, to Silver Shamrock. And it later turns out they are in fact androids created by Cochrane, which is why they have inhuman strength, and why the one dude at the beginning of the movie just immolated himself.
With literally zero emotion. So basically, they're motherfucking Terminators.
Yeah, except these ones can actually self-terminate.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
I cannot self-terminate.
And apparently they also have orange juice blood.
Yeah. Yeah, which is
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I can't be eating when I see that scene.
Yeah, Cochrane's androids bleed orange juice concentrate. The synthetics in Alien bleed milk.
Now imagine them fucking. No, don't. You'll have nightmares.
Well, it's a good thing I already
there you
ate.
Go.
Well, it's a good thing I already ate.
I was gonna say, yeah, there you go. That'll keep you up at night. Be lucky, you might think of what I just said. Honey, hold on, you know the Viagra.
So apparently Cochrane. So apparently all of the microchips in the Silver Shamrock tags contains a fragment of Stonehenge.
Yeah,
And-
I'm sorry, I still say, how the fuck did they move it without anyone fucking seeing?
Don't ask questions, just go along with it.
No, I refuse to go along with gets my head ripped off by an android. I knew too much.
And Cochrane's master plan is to resurrect the ancient rituals of his native Celtic lands, such as sacrificing children at Samhain, the pagan celebration of the coming winter.
Darwin. You gotta say it right. Samhain.
The what?
It's pronounced Samhain.
Well,
Am I even coming through?
yeah, you're coming through. Salmon?
Samhain.
Samhain.
At least according to Dicker Shadow, it's actually pronounced Samhain, not Samhain. Like Loomis fucked it up in the last movie.
I mean, the 80s movies were full of mispronunciation. One of the more infamous ones being in Back to the Future when they pronounced it gigawatts. Oh yeah, in Back to the in Back to the Future when they said gigawatts instead of gigawatts.
Yeah, I'm just gonna borrow a quote from Go. Oh well. Huh? I probably should have added more flour to that. Oh well.
That's what she said.
Shut the fuck up. If you hear an explosion, it's my bread maker. I'm about to grab my dad's gun and shoot it because it's pissing me off. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't even know the code. Safe. And the only way I'm pulling that gun out is to defend my loved ones. I just have to call my dad at work and say, "Hey, someone's trying to break in. Can I get the code? Can I get the code? Beep 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 beep. Thanks." Boom boom.
Yeah. So the only
Yeah, Texas. No, just kidding. I'm not in Texas. I'm not gonna say where I am.
the only reference to the original Halloween that this movie has is when Dan is sitting at when Dan is sitting at a bar and there's a commercial for the for like a horror movie marathon, and one of the movies that's being advertised is John Carpenter's Halloween.
What? The multiversal fuck?
And then when Cochran is getting ready to activate his master plan, he has Dan locked in a room, and he turns on the TV and he has he puts one of the masks on Dan, hoping it'll kill him when the big giveaway commercial comes up, and he turns on the TV, and the movie that's playing for the horror movie marathon is John Carpenter's Halloween.
Yeah, heard that.
So it actually makes two appearances, probably to go along with Jamie Lee Curtis's dual role.
Yeah. I don't know.
So what you have?
I'm okay.
So what you have is, instead of a slasher movie, you have a slow burn horror mystery that concludes in a very horrifying sci-fi fashion.
I'm okay.
Or it's revealed the villain's motivations and his game plan is a very horrifying, like, sci-fi fashion with that alludes to witchcraft.
Yeah.
Which
I just got dizzy out of nowhere and I fucking fell over, but I'm alright. But I still heard everything.
Well, as long as you're all
Something
right.
about being a little bit of sci-fi. That's the first time. I mean, I've had seizures, but that's the first time I got dizzy and fainted. That's like the first time in like over 2 years that such that particular thing happened.
Ugh.
I'm good. Let's just move on. No need to dwell on it. My service dog is here, and he's knows what to do if that happens.
Yeah. So
Anyway, where were we?
we were discussing. So we have a slow burn mystery with some elements of sci-fi mixed in, elements of witchcraft mixed in. Honestly, an actually really solidly constructed movie. That I do agree with the sentiment that had they not called it Season of the Witch, or had they dropped the Halloween 3 thing and just called it Season of the Witch, it probably would have been better remembered. Especially for that fucking ending, dude. How it just cuts out. So the ending is just fully ambiguous, and it's kind of up to you to decide whether or not how the movie ends is entirely up to your interpretation. I love it when horror movies do that. When a horror movie ends with lingering questions, I think that's kind of how a horror movie should end in general, instead of having a definitive conclusion.
Amen. I just can't get, especially the way it ends. It's like, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. That's how the movie ends. That's not me talking to my dog.
Yeah, because Dan is on the phone trying to get the TV networks to pull the Silver Shamrock commercials before they activate the before those microchips are activated. And
They managed to get it off like 2 stations, but the 3rd station, they're taking their sweet ass time apparently.
originally, it was supposed to end with them not pulling, with that 3rd station just continuing the commercial and Dan failing. Not only was it supposed to originally end that way, in the movie's novelization, it explicitly ends with the cries of 1,000 children there and beyond.
globally.
Because at least throughout America, God knows how far-reaching Silver Shamrock's masks were.
I get the feeling it was. And I don't know if they explicitly say it was a global thing, but if it was, that makes it even more fucked up.
Well, because there's a like, so the movie starts like 8 days till Halloween, and it's counting down the days. Well, on the day of Halloween, it does this montage of different places throughout the U.S. like Ohio, Nebraska, New York, Seattle, Phoenix, California, which is where the movie takes place.
And probably ironically filmed in Illinois.
Well, but and so at the very least, the company's masks are at least they ship nationally, but it's never implicated whether or not they have global reach.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, this fucking movie.
So Tommy Lee Wallace, the director, originally it was going to end with the commercial still going and explicitly showing that Dan failed to stop the broadcast. He intentionally he decided, no, that's too bleak. I'm gonna just cut it right here when Dan is still shouting into the phone to get them to stop the broadcast. And honestly,
go ahead.
I think it actually benefits the movie to do that. Because, yeah, dark endings are kind of par for the course with horror, but if you can make an ambiguous ending and make it stick, holy shit, dude, you got something.
Yeah. The one time I can think of where they completely fucked that up was the ending of the first Friday the 13th when Jason comes out of the lake and grabs the girl and drags her struggling into the fucking lake. Only for her to wake up in a hospital bed.
Yeah. Like, oh, we never found a body in the lake, ma'am. There was nobody there.
And he's still out there. Bitch, who the fuck are you talking to?
I don't know.
I've come to terms in recent times that... Okay, so for years, Chris has said that he says that Jason is just a bargain bin Michael Myers, and let's face it, I've recently come to terms that is indeed the fucking case.
Yeah, especially starting with Friday Part 6.
Yeah, which... Kane Hodder is the only actor who played Jason for more than one movie, and yet they didn't cast him in Freddy vs. Jason. Whack. Even though he advocated for the project for years alongside Robert Englund, but whatever, shit happens.
Right. Well, just
and
like
then there's the guy who played him in the remake, and it's like, ugh.
Well, just like they were gonna do a sequel of Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, and then that didn't work. That didn't work out.
Yeah, because literally what happened was Bruce Campbell got the call saying like, we want you to be Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, and it's like, great, he's finally gonna kill those fucks. Hello, and that was the end. Of it, according to him. It found life in comic book form, but God damn it. And supposedly, one of the original endings for that movie was they were going to end up in hell, and Pinhead shows up saying, gentlemen, what seems to be the problem? it's also worth noting there was almost the Halloween Hellraiser crossover where apparently the spirit of Sam Hain was going to be like a deadite and inside the puzzle box. And on the night Michael killed his sister, he gets the puzzle box and he solves it and it possesses him, and that's why he killed his sister.
That is so monumentally retarded.
Literally. There's something on my fucking ear.
Yeah. So the one aspect about this movie that I did not care for, and you brought it up earlier, was the just crowbarred in romance between Dan and Ellie. Like, contrary to Hollywood executive belief, the overwhelming majority of guy-girl relationships do not need to be turned into just we're macking it in 5 minutes.
Let's also not forget the guy that she was daughter.
You cut out there.
I said, yeah, that she was old enough to be the guy's daughter.
I mean, then what does that say about Charles Bronson for all his Death Wish sequels?
Yeah, let's not talk about Death Wish right now. Let's save that.
Yeah, or Steven Seagal. Ugh.
You know, originally he was going to headline Predator 2, but thank God he didn't.
Yeah, no, Danny Glover was a much better choice.
You are one ugly motherfucker. Dude, the fucking part where he cuts off the Predator's arm and it just shows the Predator's eyes widening, that jump scares me every single fucking time. Let's also not forget, apparently, he kills the Predator on his own ship and the other show up and they just let him go. Until Predator Killers, where apparently every person who went against the Predator was actually captured and stored in cryogenic containment. Like, bro, what the heck? I accidentally touched a bug trap and the shit is on my hands.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, you can't wash that mess off with lava soap and an SOS pad.
But yeah, I'm probably fucked. Do I gotta call a doctor then? That's a fucking freak out here. About the amount of paper towels in the fucking trash. But anyway, where were we?
Ugh. Did you know Joe Dante was originally supposed to direct this movie?
Didn't he direct Gremlins?
Yes, he did. He directed Gremlins. He actually quit this movie to do a segment of the Twilight Zone movie.
I mean the one that was basically like a reenact Twilight Zone skits?
Something like that.
Because I didn't want them like have like a gremlin on like the plane wing.
Yes.
See, my main memory is the show that was hosted by forgot his name.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't remember either. But the show.
The black guy in John Wick, not Lance Reddick, the guy with the pigeons.
Lawrence Fishburne?
Yeah, I think it was either Lawrence Fishburne or Forrest Whitaker who hosted the early 2000s Twilight Zone show.
Oh, I'm thinking of the one from the 50s, where the host was Rod Serling.
You mean it wasn't Vincent Price?
No.
I'm just kidding, I knew that.
But
rest in peace, Vincent Price.
Yeah. But yeah, Joe Dante was originally going to do Halloween 3. He also did The Burbs with Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher.
Did the what?
He also did the movie The Burbs with Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher.
Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher.
He also did the movie Small Soldiers.
That's basically a horror Toy Story. People say, we want a live action. Hey, we already got it.
Right?
I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Hey, don't fuck with that.
He also directed the It miniseries from the 90s.
Speaking of which, did you see the video watching prequel for It?
I know of it. I do not have HBO Max because I refuse to give David Zaslav any more money at this point.
Yeah, supposedly Warner Bros. Is about to be bought out by either Paramount or Netflix, and I'm hoping it's Paramount. Because I fucking hate. I don't want Netflix getting their grubby little mitts on Batman.
Right.
We'll never see a Batman movie in theaters ever again.
But I also, even if I did have HBO Max, I'd refuse to watch it just on principle, or the It prequel on principle, just because, dude, we don't need a prequel series explaining where Pennywise came from. Why would you do that? Why would you? It's the same fucking issue I had with Rob Zombie trying to give Michael Myers a fucking sympathetic backstory. We don't need that. It adds nothing. It detracts from the mystery of the antagonist. Fuck you in every hole with every available object within reach.
Damn, son.
I know. Tell us how you really feel.
I thought you just did.
Oh, if I did, there would be a lot. There would be a much more liberal use of the words "fuck" and "cunt" in there somewhere.
I mean, that's your average Rob Zombie movie anyway, so.
Yeah, because the guy only knows how to write white trash and jailbait.
Bitch, I will crawl over there and I'll skull fuck the shit out of you and like, bring it on, William Forsythe. I dare you, bitch.
No, if I want William Forsythe being like that, I'll just rewatch Out for Justice. At least with that movie, there's an explanation for him being a piece of shit. He's a cocaine-fueled psychopath.
That just makes me think of this rage I saw. That makes me think of this rage I saw from like the days of the original Bear 3, where this guy was like, okay, why is it whenever I flash somebody, it's like I just slap them in the face with a napkin from a fucking birthday party, but when I'm the one getting fucking flashed, it's like some big black guy named Raquise pulls a sheet over my head and proceeds to skull fuck me.
I'm sorry, what?
Talking about flashbang grenades. He was raging about how when he flashbanged somebody, it felt like whenever he got flashbanged, he couldn't see shit for like 5 minutes. I'll send you the clip of the rage when I can find it again.
Okay, sure.
That sounds like me. That sounds like me trying to play online Call of Duty for the first time around that same time period. Is this what Wings of Redemption is like?
Wings of Redemption and DSP.
At least only one of them masturbated on camera,
Oh, the camera's on.
which is it's really surprising. Wings of Redemption never did that. I will tell you this though, he raged and constantly threw fits all the time. It's like, dude, you need to sit back and fucking masturbate. Also, can we talk about how DSP told to wash his fucking hands?
Unless he's like Asmongold and he's got a clean dick.
Oh my god, let's just move on.
Why would I wash my hands? I've got a clean dick.
Yeah, sure, buddy. We all have clean dicks. Okay, well, stop talking about men dicks. It's like Loomis in Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, talking about how apparently young boys have their sexual interest towards their mothers, while women have their while having anger towards their fathers. And it's like, so the reason Michael are not killing people is because you're old and have a penis. Lousy old man penises. Stolen from Decker's Shadow again.
Or that shitty documentary Super Size Me where they were really obsessed with the guy's junk size for no reason.
Didn't that guy fucking die?
Yep.
What the fuck are you eating? Don't eat that, you little shit. Sorry, you didn't hear that? My dog was trying to eat one of those fucking wire ties.
You
know, like those things you see tied around like bread bags?
Yeah. Twist ties?
Yeah, like, dude, I already have one. Actually, no. No, she's 4. I was about to say, I already have one little nuisance that goes around putting shit in her mouth for no good goddamn reason. I don't need another.
So anyway.
I love my kid, but goddamn. Anyway.
You know, I can we just talk about how mild this movie is with the gore? Like, there's very little in the way of, and this was the early 80s. This was the era of Tom Savini's Friday the 13th and Tom Savini's George Romero movies.
I gotta say, didn't he do the work on the original Day of the Dead?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did, which came out a year after Halloween 3 did.
Actually, wait, which one did you say?
So Halloween 3 came out in 83, and 82. Okay, so it came out 2 years late because Day of the Dead came out in 84.
I was thinking of Dawn of the Dead.
Well, he also did the effects for Dawn of the Dead, so there is that.
That came out the same year as Halloween.
Yeah, so
yeah, that came out the same year as Halloween. I think it was called Zombie in some territories.
It was.
What do you shut your mouth? Having a pit bull is not for the patient. And if you have a pit bull, you have to be patient.
Yeah. So
it was my dad's idea to get a pit bull.
Anyways, so yeah, I would consider this movie a pleasant surprise for me. It's not my favorite. Obviously, it's not my favorite of the series. That's always going to be the original. It's not my favorite of the sequels. That's always going to be a tie between H2O and the 2018 one.
Which should have been how they ended, but money talks, bullshit walks.
Yeah, which I didn't mind Halloween Kills and Ends, but I would have been content with 2018 being like the definitive finale.
Dude, people were making jokes about freaking me and Lily during the Halloween Ends. Well, for one, Lily bears slight resemblance to Andy Matichak, and I bear slight resemblance to the guy who played Corey, and it's like hot girl falls for small town loser, and it's like, why does that sound? Oh, that's literally our.
Yeah, but I would consider this. I consider it a step up from most of the other sequels, because most of the other sequels it's just more of the same, but let's up the body count, let's up the brutality, let's have more. Let's try to overcomplicate Michael's motivations or psychology with extraneous bullshit.
Halloween Halloween 6 and Halloween Resurrection, holy shit, all over Michael Myers' legacy.
The only good thing about Halloween Resurrection was Busta Rhymes.
Motherfucker.
Busta Rhymes and what little screen time Jamie Lee Curtis had.
Yeah, but they pulled the Drew Barrymore, put her on the poster, even guys fucking 15 minutes in.
Yeah, fucking Miramax for you. The same Miramax that reused pieces of the Scream score for Halloween H2O.
Now, let's also not forget the fact that Busta Rhymes literally shocked the hell out of Michael's. Let's just say jolt on Jules.
Oh yeah, that.
I still crack up at him being flung against the wall, though. A fucking ragdoll, dude.
So yeah, I don't know where I would rank this in the series. I would rank it, obviously I'd put it beneath the original H2O in 2018, but I would put it above 4, 5, and 6 in Resurrection, and I would easily put Rob Zombie's movies at dick last.
And a sequel in the same fucking category.
I'd put Resurrection above Rob Zombie's movies. That's how much I dislike them.
Have you even seen the second Rob Zombie one?
Nope. I saw the Cinema Snob's review of it, and I was just like, okay, that's all I need to see.
Also, when they put Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is on Paramount Plus, and they said the hockey mask killer is coming back to Haddonfield, and it's like, wrong f***ing killer, Paramount Plus. Plus with Showtime on Paramount Plus, and it's like, dude, wrong killer, dumbass.
Okay, do you have the controller up your ass or something? Because
it's literally right in front of me.
Okay, well, I don't know what's going on with Discord, but you're glitching.
Hang on. How about now?
Okay, better.
I had to press the mute button on the controller. Totally professional setup over here. Weaponized autism bomb has been.
Yeah. I will say that after Megan is Missing, I am really glad I picked this movie to talk about. Dude.
I'll put it like this. Halloween 3, I like it as a horror movie. I don't really like it as a Halloween movie.
Dude, I needed this after... I needed something like this after Megan is Missing. Fuck that movie. That movie was just...
Yeah, I'm surprised your anime avatar didn't jump up now and fucking hang itself.
Dude, I love that thumbnail because I couldn't tell if I needed to roast the movie or the fucking thumbnail because the way it had me looking, it made me look like a Reddit mod.
I was gonna say Discord mod, but okay.
Either or. But I swear, it made me look like I should be Josh in that movie.
Is that the kidnapper?
Yes, Josh the Creeper. I was like, thanks. I was like, thanks, ChatGPT. Now I look like I shouldn't be allowed within 50 yards of a school zone.
Jesus Christ! At least put some pants on it.
I was wearing shorts.
I know, but still.
At least the thumbnail for tonight's stream looks better.
I haven't seen it yet. I'll look at it later.
All right, I kind of did it to try and mirror the ending of the movie. So.
Okay, now I see it. Now I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do some kinds of thumbnails from now on.
You're glitching again.
For God's sake. I said I'm probably gonna do those kinds of thumbnails from now on.
Yeah, so I liked this one. It's funny because I spent I spent the whole morning just binging the Rec series on Tubi, all 4 of them.
Are you talking about the found footage series?
Yeah, where it's like the first 2 are found footage, and then the third movie, it's found footage for like the first 20 minutes, and then they just drop the gimmick altogether.
Yeah, that's really at some point.
We should. I
Or
wasn't.
at the very least, we should talk about the American remake of the first.
Yeah, I wasn't bored with those, and I've seen Quarantine, and established actors should not be in found footage movies because it takes away the mystery.
I think it's funny how the behind the scenes stuff in the Quarantine tried to say he took a promise of his own. Have you not seen Wreck, bro?
Yeah, it's like we all know you're fucking lying. At least those of us with taste.
And you know, Wreck works because it was filmed with predominantly unknown actors and actors, and that's the realism. Quarantine straight up cast Dexter's sister. Stop sniffing my leg.
That's what she said.
Will you shut the fuck up, Christian?
Nope. It's my channel.
Alright, bye. No, I'm just kidding. Trying to straighten out the dough on the pizza pan. This slow fucker keeps smelling my shorts. Like I said, I'm about to just nickname him Hemorrhoid because he's always up my ass.
Well, that
or like the old lady in King of the Hill. She's always riding my ass.
If he's always up your ass, just name him Wedgie.
God damn it, Christian. My neighbors is playing good music. I like rap music. I have no shame. Mainly for the beat, though, not the lyrics.
Yeah.
One of my neighbors is playing that, and it's like, I fuck with that shit. I've lived in the hood for too long. But anyway, final thoughts on Halloween 3? Like, what do you rate it?
Well, okay. I firmly don't like grading movies because I think that doesn't tell you that tells you fuck all about the quality. But I would give it I'd give this one. I'd give a B plus. You know, it's
Give it
not.
at least an A.
It's not.
I give it an A minus.
And that's fair. Like it works. It's not the best of it's far from the best of the series, but but on its own terms, it absolutely works. You just have to forget it's a Halloween movie.
And I think I also read something where apparently each anthology film that was successful gets its own spin-off series. Well, that ain't happening. Dude, imagine if Rob Zombie reads of The Witch. Actually, I don't want to imagine that.
No, absolutely not. Because then Dan's relationship with his ex-wife would be twice as dysfunctional.
And let's also not forget he said in an interview that when he got shot up at the end of one of the cuts of Halloween 2, dead, he points had already written the third film where Michael Myers was chasing Laurie around a sanitarium. Thankfully, Halloween 3, and like, what's with the fucking 3D gimmick in the third fucking movie? I mean, Jaws 3D, Friday the 13th 3D, Amityville 3D. Yeah, I always say Jaws 3D.
Okay, well, Jaws, Friday the 13th, and Amityville 3D, I think in those cases, it was the 80s, and 3D was a new gimmick, so everybody wanted to try it.
Resurgence after 30 years because it was first popular in the 50s.
Yeah, and then saw a resurgence again in the 2010s, because I remember working at AMC and working at my local theater, and man, the 3D was all over the place. Every other movie that came out had a 3D showing.
Yeah, it was fucking everywhere, dude. Pretty sure Avatar was 3D, wasn't it?
It was. It was one of the movies I think that kickstarted that wave of that new wave of 3D everything in the 2010s. But truth be told, the amount of movies that I saw in 3D, that I actually have seen in 3D, I can count on one hand. Spy Kids 3D.
Along with the amount of fucks I give about the Avatar series.
I saw Spy Kids 3D in 3D. I saw Ready Player One in 3D.
The only thing I remember from that movie was Gundam fighting Mechagodzilla.
I saw Avengers Infinity War in 3D. And
dude, I remember that movie was fucking bleak.
And I saw Alita Battle Angel in 3D.
Yeah, didn't that star the guy who played Jason in the Friday the 13th remake?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it had the guy who played Jason in the Friday the 13th remake or something. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about remakes. Movie remakes, yes. Movie remakes, not all the time, no. Especially after the 1998 Psycho remake.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything about somebody from the Friday the 13th. I am seeing Jackie Earle Haley, who was Freddy in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Yeah, because I think the guy who played him in the reboot. I'm pretty sure I saw him in Alita Battle Angel.
He is.
Wasn't it like a hybrid like animation?
It's been several years since I last saw it, so probably.
Yeah, it came out around the same time that King of the Monsters did. And King of the Monsters, it was good, but it kind of ruined it for everybody by like showing too much in the first trailer and showing too much in every trailer going forward. The next year.
Well, that's largely because movie trailers are cut by independent contractors who are only getting bits and pieces of the movie as it's being produced. Oftentimes they're cut without the director's supervision, which is why if I were to ever go into filmmaking, I would cut my own trailers just so I don't run into that bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, Halloween 3. I think it's streaming on Peacock.
It is. Now, I did not watch it on Peacock. I have the Shout Factory Blu-ray.
Then there's the only thing I can is the Monsters.
You're glitching out hardcore right now.
Damn it. I said the only consistent DVDs I've bought in recent years is the Monsterverse universe. I still need to get the Monarch Season 1 on DVD.
Now, see, I'm a huge sucker for physical media, and I'm a firm advocate of physical media, so...
Yeah.
I have no idea what the hell you just said.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't walk away for 2 seconds. Push the digital age on everybody nowadays.
Well, yeah, it's a ploy to get us all to surrender our consumer property rights in the name of perceived convenience.
Yeah, remember the backlash Ubisoft got a couple years ago?
Oh yeah, by saying gamers better get used to not owning their games. It's like, well, Ubisoft better get used to people not fucking buying theirs.
Yet they wonder why the recent Assassin's Creed Samurai game flopped harder than Peter at the beginning of The Grudge.
Yeah. So anyway, that was Halloween 3. It deserves a better reputation. I would say watch it with an open mind. It definitely deserves a lot more love than it got upon release. And it's nice to know that it has developed a following in the years since.
Yeah, I think this could be counted as a cult film.
It is a cult film.
Yeah. Anyways, in terms of next week's stream, depending on what Chris wants to do, and it's ultimately up to him, it might be a birthday stream for me.
If it's a birthday stream for you, how about you pick the movie?
Well, I thought we could just react to stuff.
Oh, we could do that too. As long as
I was gonna say this week is the bottom of the bin. I don't know if you want to do it 2 weeks in.
Either one works for me. It's up to you.
How about I get back to you on that, on what I want to do?
Sure. No worries.
But it's probably going to be... It really depends on what... Did I mention already he's taking me to see the new Predator movie next Friday?
Yes.
Get this, y'all. It's rated PG-13.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to work out real well. Like when... apparently it's still the late 2000s and we haven't figured out that, yeah, R-rated movies actually do make fuckloads of money if we're not retarded.
I mean, technically, they're still going to push the boundaries of it, and there's going to be massive work because there's technically no...
Yeah, no...
Just predators and androids and alien monsters.
Yeah, no human blood. It's like, that's such a cop-out, man.
Well, I'll be the judge when I see it next week, but it's a Predator movie, and
Fucking.
It's my first time. It'll be me and Lily's first time seeing a Predator movie in theaters since the Shane Black one came out 7 years ago. Which that one's long gone out of my mind. Thank God.
Yes, the movie where the Predator's ultimate goal is to weaponize autism.
Fucking literally. And also Keegan Michael Key saying, "Hey, telling Thomas Jane, if your mom's vagina was a video game we rate for everyone, it's like, hey, don't talk about my ex-dad." Actually, hey, don't talk about Trisha Yearwood that way.
Ugh.
That's Garth Brooks. That's a country singer and Garth Brooks' wife.
Ugh. But with all that being said, have you got anything else? Because I'm dry, and I gotta walk my dog.
Halloween 3, like, if you want to buy it, stream it. But like I said, just if you're a fan of the Halloween series, you're better off watching it as a regular horror movie and not a Halloween movie.
Yeah, just axe off the Halloween 3 thing, and take it on its own terms, and you're pretty much set.
I like it. It's really not a bad movie.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'll see you guys next week. But Chris has got stuff to do, and I'm about to put together a pizza. My kids are going to be awake because they never stay asleep. Even after spending 2 hours.
But with all that,
my dog likes my kid. My dog likes my kids more than me.
But with all that said, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.
Bye.